no statement submitted by the LSPD officers that took over the scene. Report 13560, where BCSO deputies responding to a Fleeca bank robbery. LSPD officers were monitoring our frequency until it crossed over into Ellis County.
Yeah, all of that sounds like dereliction of duty.
They took over the pursuit, and they ignored the cap of units. So BCSO had to break off because they had 6 units.
Okay, that's just narrative now.
And that's our max cap in our SOPs. Again, no LSPD units submitted any statements or evidence in that report. Report 13513 was another 24/7 robbery that was then taken over by LSPD officers. Again, no statements provided by LSPD. Incident 9919, again, another BCSO 24/7 robbery. They started the pursuit. Once it entered the city, the scene was taken over by an officer, and BCSO broke off. Officers then had no context to the scene and charged suspects with the wrong charges. And then the final one would be incident 9935. The BCSO were making negotiations at a robbery into which they said they would not, they made the call to not open fire on a vehicle. Once it entered Ellis County, the LSPD High Command made the call to open fire on the vehicle after it's been negotiated not to, which caused a lot of issues. There's a couple more points I want to touch.
What are the issues?
For example,
they literally let people. The crazy thing with that, like I know Forehead got shot in the back. He shouldn't have got shot. That sucks.
So,
but the thing is like
how vague the definition.
They let him leave with fucking guns. What are you supposed to do?
It is.
And on top of that, they took a cop hostage.
Specifically by LSPD High Command to create their own SOPs and make their own definition for what should already be defined. And including that has caused more issues. For example, they have said that senior officers have say over anybody from BCSO while in Ellis County. It's caused obviously an obvious divide. It's caused issues with our certifications and who does cert leads and all that.
I wonder why they had Bruce do it.
I shouldn't say funny. The strange thing is that all these decisions were made for shift 1 and shift 2, but the high command said that shift 3 would not be affected because they work well together. And I think it's of the opinion of most people here that if shift 3 can do it, why can't we?
That's not legislation. That's an SOP.
They need our help, and we need.
And shift 3 is a whole different. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's saying anything.
That goes back to the person that died at Senior Buns. That goes to the EMS who bravoed and for 10 minutes got no one to respond. And when someone from BCSO was going, they got called off because they weren't in this. They weren't supposed to be in the city.
Why?
When it comes to how we stated that it should be deferred to both the BCSO and LSP High Command, that's because things need to be agreed upon by both departments so there's no overlapping issues. And this goes as well with the cert leads.
Yeah, nobody wants to agree on anything though.
Have different laws, but everyone can uphold those different laws. And there's going to be one more thing that I want to present before more people speak. We did, with short notice, we did collect signatures for a petition. And since starting this petition, the High Command from LSPD has stated that anyone from LSPD who signed that petition will be fired and they can go to the BCSO. Judge, if you want.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Can I sign it before you give it to her?
I mean, I guess it's like a verbal signature. I also do want to stress.
The petition.
Hey, Moss, are you gonna find me and yourself?